Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 892, and today's topic is the industrial manufacture of red pigments, and very commonly it is known as red lead. Red lead, that is Pb3O4, is one of the oldest red pigment which is widely used to protect iron and steel from the rusting, and this is bright red with little orange tinge, and it is more effective once it is applied as a paint mixing in linseed. With linseed it gives very strong thick elastic coating on the substance, so it can protect very well from atmospheric corrosion. So it is very popular to protect the steel and iron from the corrosion. This red lead is prepared from lead by the oxidation, and first the lead is in molten state is subjected to oxidation in presence of air, and it is oxidized into PbO, that is called litharge, and that litharge again it is subjected to further oxidation in furnaces at high temperature, and then it is converted into Pb3O4, that is your red lead, and that red lead is then by screening, by filtration it is purified and then packed in powder form. Two synthetic red pigments are also manufactured. They are known as iron oxide pigments, and there are two methods for the manufacture of these iron oxide pigments. One is known as calcination and second one is known as precipitation. So in the case of precipitation method, actually iron sulfate is precipitated in presence of alkali, that is sodium carbonate, and then finally it is converted into yellow precipitate and then into Fe2O3, that is your red pigment. And in calcination, the iron pyrite, that is red sulfite, is used to convert into Fe2O3. So all these reactions and method I am going to give one by one. So industrial manufacture of red lead, that is red pigment. Number one, red lead, which is Pb3O4. It is one of the oldest pigments used for inhibiting the rust on iron and steel. It is a red, bright orange color and is quite resistant to light. It gives a tough and elastic film with linseed oil, and it is widely used in paint industry. Number two, the red lead is manufactured industrially by oxidizing the lead to litharge, and litharge is your PbO, and further oxidizing the litharge to red lead. Once litharge PbO is again subjected to oxidation at 400 degrees centigrade temperature, then it is converted into a red lead. The lead is oxidized to molten lead oxide and is withdrawn from the front end of the furnace. It is cooled to get a reddish yellow mass known as litharge, that is PbO, and the solid PbO thus obtained is finally ground and powdered. Litharge is purified. Actually there are some impurities associated, and that is purified by screening. So many methods are there in order to make it free from unreacted lead, only to have to remove the unreacted lead, that is the impurity in the litharge. The powdered litharge is again oxidized in muffled furnace. It is a special type of furnace known as muffled furnace in a current of air for about 2 days. And the temperature of the reaction is maintained at about 400 degree centigrade because Pb3O4 or red lead formed by oxidation of PbO decomposes at high temperature. The unreacted litharge, that is PbO, is removed by washing it with dilute potassium hydroxide KOH solution. The uses of red lead. Red lead is extensively used as primary coat for structural steel. It is also used for importing color to glass for making bangles. In India, it is very common to make the bangle and use red lead. And it is a bright red powder, excellent covering power. So next red pigment is actually synthetic iron oxide, and number 3, that is synthetic iron oxide pigments. Synthetic iron oxide pigment, usually called rough, is manufactured by 2 methods. One is calcination method and second one is precipitation method. Number 1, calcination method. Rough is actually Fe2O3. Pigment is manufactured by calcining ferrous sulfate, which is first obtained from iron pyrite, is an ore, that is FeS2, and this iron pyrite FeS2 heat allowed to expose to action of air and water. So it is exposed to air and water to get oxidized. A mixture of ferrous sulfate and H2SO4 is obtained. In reaction, it is shown here: 2FeS2 plus 2H2O plus 7O2. You will get product 2FeSO4 plus 2H2SO4, and the solution is allowed to cool so that the crystals of FeSO4 7H2O is formed. Now the crystalline FeSO4 is calcined in rotary kiln or river battery furnace. The temperature is kept 480 degrees centigrade. Even it can exceed up to 600 to 800 degrees centigrade. To contact time is about 3 hours. Temperature may go up to 800 degrees centigrade. The reaction is FeSO4 7H2O FeSO4, because the water of crystallization is separated, it became anhydrous. So anhydrous is FeSO4 plus 7H2O, and this anhydrous FeSO4 further heating will give you Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3. That is your iron oxide rough. Number 2, precipitation method. In this method, the yellow iron oxide is first precipitated from a solution of ferrous salt by addition of alkali. Alkali may be mostly soda ash solution, Na2CO3. And the precipitation is carried out in wooden tank provided with steam coils. A solution of Na2CO3, that is soda ash, it should be 100 kg in 6,000 liters of water. This is the formulation for precipitation method. Is taken slowly, mixed with constant stirring. All this you are going to add this 100 kg of soda ash because it is exothermic reaction. So it will be added slowly and continuous stirring is required. The solution may be warm at about 60 to 70 degrees centigrade temperature in order to get dark iron oxide. And the next step is that your yellow FeO will be converted into 2Fe2O3, that is your lead oxide, that is called rough. And the reaction is given here, FeSO4 plus Na2CO3, that is soda ash solution, Na2SO4, FeO plus CO2, and this FeO is further oxidized into red pigment, and the precipitate is filtered, dried, washed and pulverized, and then it is packed. So with this I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.